Hey guys, it's River. I'm still in the psych ward. I'm gonna actually introduce the channel this time because we haven't done that in a long time. And I think it's important to give like a refresher. So if this is your first time watching one of our videos, this channel is dedicated towards this body, and we just think we have DID, dissociative identity disorder, some kind of dissociative disorder, some kind of trauma disorder. And because of that, we believe that we're multiple. And by that, we mean there's different states of consciousness, alters, identity states that reside in this body. We're still very new, we're not clinically diagnosed, we're still working on it with our psychiatrist and our team here. And I think that's pretty much it. No, sorry. The big factor is we never want our videos to be taken as educational. This is just our own experience of this disorder and learning about one another, and we just wanted to do, because we felt like every presentation out there that we could see on social media, everyone was so confident and either knew about their system, knew everything about their system, their alters, all just seemed very more concrete and confident about their disorder. And I couldn't find a lot of representation of people who were unsure and documenting the process of just the journey. So that's why we wanted to make these videos. I want to make it clear that I'm not, I just never want these videos to be taken as educational. I am not qualified to educate on this subject. So do your research, go to valid, credible sources. Don't watch any of my videos and take this as what it means to have this disorder. Apparently, if you ask my psychiatrist, I might not even have this disorder. And apparently DSM is not in the, DID is not in the DSM-5. I'm not gonna let that go. So yeah, just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. What I wanted to make a video was about what I just said and how I'm still experiencing a lot of denial. And last time I spoke with my psychiatrist, just to kind of get a check-in on what he felt about with this disorder and like if he thought I had it or not. He said he was very hesitant to just say, I'm unsure. I don't know why. I don't know if he thought I was gonna get mad or something. And I was like, he was just kind of like, and I'm like, are you unsure? And I'm like, it's okay to say you're unsure. And I don't remember what he said back to that, but I think that was something along the lines of he's just basically unsure right now, which does not mean I don't have it. I want to make that clear. I even understand that doesn't mean I don't have it. It just means he's still in the process of figuring out what exactly this is. My symptoms, what disorder they fall under. On my chart, the only time I've ever seen it written down was when he put it down for my school accessibility form, and he put it down as rule out trauma and stress related disorder with dissociative features. So that's how I think he said like that's how it's in the DSM currently, like it's updated or something, but he also said it was like never in the DSM and it was also in the Europe one. My doctor is very confident, I just don't know where the fuck that came from. So yeah, maybe I'm just the stupid one and it's not in the DSM, who knows. But I just wanted to say that. So, but the theme of this video is just kind of like my understanding and like where I'm at with still experiencing denial and my current hospital visit. If you can't tell, I'm in the psych ward right now. Or not really in the psych ward, I'm inpatient at the psych hospital I go to. I don't know if this is really a psych ward or not, because the whole hospital is just, it's just not a hospital. So anyways, this is not a good video. I don't know why, I just can't talk right now, so I'm sorry. This is the best video I've ever done in my life. So someone commented on my video a couple days ago, or maybe more than that, and they commented Duper's Delight. And I didn't know what that was, so I googled it, and it said that from what I understand, it's like someone intentionally convincing like trained professionals that they're unwell when they're not. And I don't think that's the case with me. I don't think I'm intentionally putting on a front. However, sometimes I do wonder if my experience is valid, you know, like, am I exaggerating what I'm feeling? Am I enabling my emotions? Am I enabling my symptoms? Am I not putting up a much, like, am I not fighting these things well enough? Like, is this like a normal experience and I'm just blowing it out of proportion? And like, in my wise mind, as DBT would say, I believe that that's not true. However, my emotional mind is stuck in the thought pattern, at least for right now, because yesterday was a shitty day. I was basically in a state of panic all day, and I realized that I've been calling my flashbacks, like even that title of the video, like Scared to Sleep. It's not scared, it's not fear, it's terror. I've been terrified the past few days. Today is the first day I haven't felt that way, and today is what making me think this way. It's like, was that even real, that experience? Like, was I just putting on a show? Was I acting, like I said? And I know that I'm not intentionally acting. However, when like Liliana had her flashback and we hid under the table and we kept having that obsessive thought, like the bad man's gonna come, my abuser, the bad man's gonna come, we're not safe. From what I think about it, dissociation is like my baseline. And because of that, I think Dr. Mike Lloyd talked about this, like the dissociative barrier. There's a lot going on in my subconscious, and that is outside of my awareness. And the little degree that I get of it in my conscious awareness, there's such a detachment from that. And I struggle to feel valid, and I struggle to just believe it, I guess. Like when Liliana had her flashback, or like when I think back on how bad yesterday was, there's the amnesia, yes, and the distance and the emotional amnesia, but there's also that like fear that wasn't as bad as I thought it was, and I'm just being dramatic pretty much. And like I said, I know that's not true, but I still get caught in these thinking traps. And I know it probably stems down from trauma and like constantly being told that how I felt about my abuser was wrong, and I needed to love him because he was my father. So I would just suppress my true emotional beliefs, and I would just have to put on this like mask. And I think I've developed that so much over time that I just cannot break that cycle. So when I have real emotional experiences, especially like negative ones or the ones that are difficult to deal with, I would say that I remove myself from that experience, and I won't allow myself to appreciate it, and then thus like really feel it, and then feel it, cope with it, and move past it. Like I just suppress, and it just festers underneath me. So I definitely struggle with not believing in my symptoms and thinking that it's just not valid. And I know that like denial and like with all mental health, like invalidating yourself is a common experience. Denial is a common experience. Feeling like other people have it worse than you is a common experience. So I'm not isolated in this. However, it still makes me feel like I'm just being dramatic. And then with that comment, which was kind of just funny, and then my psychiatrist still being unsure about what he thinks these symptoms are. When I reflect back on all of that, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why am I here? Why don't I just go back to work? Why don't I just kill myself? That got way too dark. But like, it's kind of what have running through my mind. So sorry, I know this is really loud. I got this from my DBT group, and I told them I'd give it back to them, and I really don't fucking want to. I'm literally just gonna be like, I will give you $10 just for this fucking toy. I like it a lot. I think they'll just let me keep it. Anyways, got distracted. Yeah, I think it's hard to accept. These things are hard to accept for sure. The trauma is difficult to accept. And, you know, so because when we switch, it almost kind of feels like we all have the same memories. So I don't know, I believe at least. Like, it's hard because like when like Liliana fronted and had her whole flashback episode, I remember things from her point of view. I remember what she was experiencing. I remember the thoughts she was having, all that stuff. However, it doesn't feel like, when I look at those memories, it doesn't feel like when I think back to memories that I remember as me, they don't feel the same. And it almost kind of feels like I'm watching things through a VR set. And I think I said that it feels like I'm watching it, but I wonder if that's really the case, or I'm just getting her memories. I don't know, but it almost kind of feels like we're all almost maybe co-conscious with each other. I don't know this well enough. I'm still struggling to like really comprehend what the experience is. But it does, like, I kind of wish, I mean, the grass is always green on the other side, but I low-key kind of wish that we just had blackouts between us, because I feel like that'd be so much easier, and I could remember shit. Sorry, that's just something that really bothers me, that I can't remember my life. Sorry, I burped. But yeah, I don't really understand what, like, it feels like to switch, and if, I know the systems that do comment irregularly, which like doesn't, it's fine, comment when you feel like it, but if someone could comment what it feels like when they switch, and then if what they remember, their perspective of like when they switch back into the body, like I guess like what it feels like to be like one alter to another alter. I'm probably gonna drop this in the Collective Mind Discord too, this question, because I never thought about like this question, like is this like getting like my alters, like when we switch out from one another, is this like getting each other's memories, or like are we watching, because like systems will talk about like watching each other through a screen, so is it like that, or like I don't know. So I just feel like, and I swear, just because I said that myself, I'm all I think of right now is myself, and it's just like taking over my mind now. And I should just take a PRN, but I don't know why I fight taking my PRNs. And it's funny because somebody at my a participant at my job, this isn't funny. A participant at my job is very unwell, like mentally unwell, and I can like see his warning signs, or it's blatant because he's already there, of being in crisis. So like I'm always right on top of like getting his PRN, and it's to the point that this guy like thinks I get pleasure giving him his PRN, and like low-key, like it's not a good scene. I don't know why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because it's a painful experience. But I have a very dark, twisted sense of humor. But now I think I'm laughing because it's ironic, because now I kind of feel like I'm doing that to myself, and it's like I'd always have to like convince him that he's not like convince him, but like I guess like convince him, not manipulate. I was the word that would sound like manipulate. I'm not manipulating him, but I am convincing him that the taking his PRN is the best thing for him, and now I have to like internally do that for myself. And half the times I don't do it until I get to the point that I just want to fucking sleep, and nothing's gonna make me sleep because I'm so anxious and these thoughts won't stop, and I'm having racing thoughts. These videos are very candid. So I feel like I had a good flow there for about a couple minutes, and then things just went off the rails. So that's me. I probably am gonna upload this video, but I'm probably gonna make this video when I'm in a more, I will say when my ADHD meds are working, but when I'm able to formulate my thoughts better. Not that I'm ever really that bad at it anyways. Was that a compliment? Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna end this video here because it's just not gonna be good. This is just wasting everyone's time. So bye.